Hey, Riv City family. In Matthew 18, Jesus says, "Truly I tell you, unless you change and become like little children, you will never enter the kingdom of heaven. Therefore, whoever takes the lowly position of this child is the greatest in the kingdom of heaven. And whoever welcomes one such child in my name welcomes me." So I'm going to share a sweet lesson from our kids with you today. During one of our Wednesday night small group sessions with our elementary students, we had a fantastic object lesson. I'm going to share it with you too. I have two blocks here. This block is God. This is you. The blocks are far apart, and as you might guess, aren't really having any effect on each other. Now I'm going to start moving them a little closer to each other, and a little closer. As we nudge the blocks closer to each other, suddenly you will notice they snap together. If you were holding your own set of blocks, you would probably realize there are magnets inside the blocks, and as the blocks move closer together, they pulled close together due to their magnetic fields. Our Bible memory verse for that night was James 4, verse 8, which is, "Come close to God, and He will come close to you." As you can imagine, and some of you probably involuntarily said to yourself, many of the kids let out an "ah" when we did this experiment. It was a really great visual demonstration. We talked about how when we are far from God and don't pay attention to Him, or talk to Him, or worship Him, that's when we are like the cubes at the beginning. We invited them to pick up their cubes and hold them far apart. And it's obvious that there's no pull between the cubes. Then we had them slowly move them closer together, sharing ideas of what that might look like, whether it be praying, reading their Bibles, worshiping God with our voices and choices. And each time someone shared another idea, we moved our cubes a little bit closer. As the cubes scooted closer together in the air, we asked them to notice if they felt the cubes moving toward each other, because they already knew what was going to happen as the gap closed. The room was pretty still in that moment as we all held our cubes mid-air. Then someone whispered, "I hear it." And another shouted gleefully, "I feel it." And everyone joined in as they allowed the cubes to meet at last. I was so glad they got to experience this example. As we move closer to God, He moves closer to us. And like the magnets, it works every time. I think that sometimes in the loudness and busyness of our daily lives, it's easy for us to think there's nothing happening in our relationship with the Lord. We think He didn't answer our prayer or doesn't long to meet with us, when in fact He's waiting for us to nudge ourselves closer and closer to Him. And all the while, He's moving closer to us. And right before the big shift happens, there's the sound of those magnets inside the cubes lining up. And there's that tension as the magnets are finally close enough to move. We have to be listening for it, because it's not always loud, it's not always flashy or visual, but it's the indicator that things are moving inside in the right direction. I want to encourage you to be persistent in meeting with Him. Talk to Him about your fears and struggles, celebrations, the things that you found funny. Thank Him for the smooth drive to work or keeping you safe in a less than smooth trip. Thank Him for the people He's put in your path today, and ask how you can join Him. Worship Him with your voice and song, with your actions that serve others, and in your giving. Ask Him how He'd like you to respond to people and circumstances in your day. Speak His truth aloud by reading His Word, and use it as the standard in your day-to-day interactions. As you tune into Him, you'll hear that little click and know that He's drawing you close in the way that only your Father can. Every time, without fail, come closer. He's ready for you.